Welcome all of you in online teaching learning process. We have started unit number first, basic concepts in industrial chemistry from the paper number 6 industrial chemistry, and in our last video we have seen raw material for the chemical industry, and along with that also we have seen material safety data sheets. Then in this video we will see units that make up a chemical process, in which it involves unit operations and unit processes. First we will see that is what is chemical process or industrial process. Then the chemical process, that is every industrial process is designed to produce desired product from the starting raw materials or its derivatives by using energy through which different successive steps will be carried out. That is, when we carried out any chemical reaction with starting materials, then there are various steps will be carried out to get desired product. So overall this diagram represents that when input is inserted, then it undergoes different manufacturing processes, and after that we are getting desired product, that is output. So this is the simple process: input, manufacturing process, and after that we are getting output. So input consists of various types of raw materials. Energy is supplied, air is supplied, water is supplied. Then when input is passes through manufacturing process, we are getting outputs. Output may consist pure products, maybe sometimes byproducts, air emissions, waste water, solid waste, and other religious byproducts. So overall in chemistry laboratory we are carried out chemical reaction in round bottom flask, and when it is passes through different steps, we are getting desired product after perfect separation by using separating funnel or simple filtration techniques. So this is about the chemical process and industrial process. So in the case of chemical process, that is the steps involved in such chemical processes are as below. That is, there are 4 steps involved to carry out any type of chemical process. First step is a raw material are pre-treated, then conversions takes place. That is, first raw materials are selected or to carry out the any chemical reaction. Then after addition of raw material, conversion takes place. Then after completing the process, we are getting the product, that is separation of products from other byproduct. That is, pure product is separated from impurities, and there are some safety regulations or permanent standards to carry out that protocol. So this is the steps involved in any chemical process or industrial process. Then next we highlight, that is units that make up a chemical process. Then the necessary conditions or necessary parameters to carry out the chemical process. A chemical process consists of a combination of at 2 units. That is, any type of any chemical process consists of 2 processes or 2 units. First one, that is a chemical phenomena, and second one physical phenomena. So in case of chemical reactions or chemical conversion, that is, it consists of different types of reactions. That is, oxidation is carried out, hydrolysis type of reactions, ion exchange type of reactions, hydrations type, that is nitration, and electrolysis, that is chemical conversions will be carried out in any chemical process. And another parameter is physical phenomena. So in the case of physical phenomena, that is simple distillation techniques, then filtration techniques, crystallization techniques, and evaporation techniques are carried out to get the desired product from the raw materials. So these are the units that make up a chemical process. Then next we will see what is unit processes. So in the case of unit processes, that is, unit processes are the chemical transformations or chemical conversions performed in a chemical process which converts the raw materials into final products. So this is the transformation in which, that is, raw materials are converted into final product. That is, this is the flow diagram. That is, when raw material is selected, then it undergoes chemical reactions. So this transformation is called as physical conditioning operations, and after chemical reactions we are getting desired product. So this is a physical separation operation. With proper physical separation we are getting desired product, which is a pure, because we are carried out physical separation to remove the impurities. So these are the unit processes. Then there are several examples of unit processes. That is, some of the examples are acylation type of reaction, alcoholysis, alkylation type, then aminations, then ammonolysis, aromatization reaction, then calcinations, carboxylation, then causticization, combustion, condensation, dehydration, then dehydrogenation, decomposition, electrolysis, esterification, fermentation, hydrogenation, hydrolysis, ion exchange, isomerization, neutralization, oxidation, and pyrolysis. So these are the several examples which are the examples of unit processes. In multiple choice questions they will ask which of the following is the example of unit process. So these are the examples of unit processes. Then next we will see unit operations. Then what is unit operations? Also we have studied the unit which the name is unit operations. Then in that unit we have studied various techniques, that is jaw crusher, then different types of distillation techniques, simple distillation, fractional distillation, then steam distillation. So these are the unit operations. So what is the definition of unit operation? That is, there is a simple definition, that is physical operation or physical treatment used in chemical process to obtain the desired product in pure form and suitable for the market is called unit operations. Also we have studied that type of unit operations in previous unit. So in case of various physical operations, so this is the simple physical operations or physical treatments are required for the raw materials to have an appropriate form and also for the final product to be separated from byproducts and to purify the separated product. So different types of unit operations will be carried out to purify the product from their impurities. Then there are several examples of unit operations: agitation, then atomization, centrifuging, then classification, crushing, decanting, dispersion, distillation, evaporation, filtration, flotation, then gas absorption, heat transfer, humidification, mixing, pumping, settling, and size reduction. So these are the some examples of unit operations. Then some of the parameters also we have studied deeply in last unit, that is size reduction, size enlargement techniques, then crushing, such type of techniques we have studied. Then some examples of chemical processes or chemical operations, that is separations, filtration, distillation, extraction, crystallization, evaporation and condensation, polymerization, absorption, adsorption technique, drying, refrigeration, then screening, crushing, pulverization, mixing, chemical reactions. All these are the some examples of chemical processes and chemical operations. Also these are the instruments that is a separating funnel, then distillation assembly, then some of the test tubes for to carry out the centrifugation techniques. So these are the some examples of chemical processes and chemical operations. Then next parameter we will see flow diagram. In chemical industry, to produce, that is the large quantity of any pharmaceutical tablet or any material, the industrialist carried out flow diagrams. By using flow diagrams, the desired product is obtained with proper techniques. Then what is flow diagram? Some chemical processes are very simple, but processes in refineries and petrochemical plants are very complex. That is, some industries there are several processes which are very complex. So at that condition, flow diagrams are used. To simplify the process, description flow diagrams are used. For simplification, description flow diagrams are used, and flow diagrams are also called as flow sheets. The another name for flow diagram is flow sheets. A flow diagram is a roadmap of the process which gives great deal of information in small space. That is, by using flow diagram we can understand the industrial process or the industrial production of that specific material. So by using flow diagram, so it is the pictorial representation which shows the important sequence and relationships of steps involved in chemical processes. So this is the very neat diagrams. By using flow diagram we can understand this which steps are involved to carry out any type of chemical process. Through the flow diagram, the engineer can visualize the process easily. So this is a simple technique, and the flow diagram also provide the important information about the process, such as which compositions are used, then what is the temperature condition, what is the flow rate of the solvent. Such parameters are easily understood. Then next we will see what are the types of flow diagrams. So in the case of types of chemical process diagrams, there are mainly 4 types. First one is a block flow diagram, so it is called as BFDS, block flow diagram. Then second one, process flow diagram or process flow sheet, PFDS. Then piping and instrumentation diagrams, PNIDS, and utilities flow diagram, UFDS. So these are the 4 main types of chemical processes of flow diagram. So this is the sample of flow diagram. So block flow diagram. So this is these flow diagrams are arranged to understand which steps are involved to carry out the chemical reactions to convert the raw materials into the desired product. So this is the simple techniques or flow diagram technique is applied in industrial level. So thank you all of you for listening this video.